Hi everyone, it's Kino here. There's a posture called Trikonasana, which is triangle posture. That's a fundamental posture in all yoga practices. Let's take a look at the dynamics of this posture. Starting off in Samasthitihi, in the Ashtanga practice, we inhale and open to the right, and then we rotate the right foot out. Pause for a moment and take a look at some key alignment pointers. First thing you want to notice is the distance between your feet, okay? You want about a distance of one of your own leg's length in between your feet. So that means every person will actually have a different length in between their legs. Then we want to align the right heel with the left arch. Okay, so that means the right heel aligned with the middle of the left foot. So you want to feel that alignment, okay? The position of the feet is important because it actually indicates the position of the hips. So if we just look at the alignment of the pelvis, it's very important when you start off that your pelvis isn't shifted forward or isn't hiked up in one direction. So we kind of want the pelvis dead even. Sucking the belly strongly in, you want to find your right hip crease, which is right about here. And then there's a very important part of the right hip crease. We want to find the bone of your thigh, which is called the trochanter major, which is right about up here. And this is the closest that you can get to touching your hip joint. And then in order to enter Trikonasana, we want to suck the belly in, roll the trochanter back and down, so then we move into the hip joint. This is the most important part of Trikonasana. So just go over that with you again, reaching from the side, spreading the arms, but the motion comes from that right hip joint. We inhale. And then as you exhale, pull the head of the right thigh bone into its socket and just dangle your arms to the side. Try not to let your hips move forward or backward. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other and keep deepening that right hip crease. Just let your arm hang down. And I recommend you take a few breaths here just to feel the alignment of the body, slowly reaching towards your foot. When you get in the vicinity of your foot, reach a little forward and down to hold on, then pull backwards. You want to align yourself so the first two fingers wrap around your toe and you gaze at the left fingers. Don't push into the ground, but pull back. Gaze at the left fingers. It should be really strong and active. Stay here for 5 breaths. When it's time to let go, release, come back to that hanging position. Pull yourself up from your core, pivot your feet, and let's switch the sides, okay? So if you notice, when the feet are pointed straight ahead, your hips are in parallel position, okay? So it's important, the feet, which are connected to the knees, which are connected to the pelvis, that in order to enter the left side, find the trochanter on the left side, which is right around the hip, then externally rotate the left hip joint, find the left trochanter, align the left heel with the right arch, spread your arms apart, suck the belly in, inhale. As you exhale, pull the head of the left femur or the thigh bone into its socket and just dangle to the side. Don't go forward or backwards, just stay there, gaze at your right fingers, suck the belly in, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other, firm thighs, firm body, few breaths here. Then when you start reaching towards your toe, go ahead and hold on to it. Pull it back, gripping those first two fingers around. Keep the kneecaps lifting into the pelvic floor. Feel the whole body nice and open. Thrust your feet into the ground. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. After 5 breaths, come back up to this position. Roll all the way up. Come back to parallel, and then return to Samasthitihi. Good, so that was Trikonasana, and that'll help you feel the alignment in your hips. What's most important about this posture is that you feel the movement in the ball and socket of your hip joint. This is the first time in the practice that you externally rotate your hips while feeling the foundation of your legs. Gravity is helping you open your hip as you hang into that external rotation. Don't cheat by bending your knees or by hunching too far forward or bending your back too much. Just let it come from your pelvis, and over time, this posture will open your hips.